All right. I think we are live, right? Yeah. Okay. Looks like it. Everything is okay. So yeah, right now it's just you, Pablo. I'm sorry. Hey, but we're at least two here right now, and I'm promising you there will be about at least 10 more views on this video when it has gone live. So there's that. There's that. What I will do now is basically just like in the last streams as well, I will just be yeah. And also Pablo, there's that was my doorbell, but that's not for me. There is a 30-second delay in this stream, so I'm reading the comments and you will see the reaction about 30 seconds later. So yeah, there's that. What I will do today is basically improvise about 20 minutes, I think. And then I will be working on a track for my new EP called Mya, M-Y. M-Y-A. Yeah, it's the postbote, right. But hey, we're here. Okay, that's what I will do. And thank you again. Pablo Ortega, I will give you a shout out later on because that is the guy who actually can play cello very well and actually played some parts for that piece we are going to work on today, and we're going to talk about that later. Also, we have violin parts from Oleg, which is also awesome. Yeah, that's the piece we'll be working on later. But I usually like to start my streams with just 20-minute improvisation, and after that I will do about probably 2 hours of just working on this one track. Yeah, hey, and I've seen there's another one in the stream right now. So hello, whoever you are. We are now 3 people. Very good. All right, I've already set everything up here. Yeah, I'm just going to fiddle around right now. Also, I built this little view here where you can basically see what I'm playing on the piano. That works with my camera, with my smartphone app, camera, whatever, but the batteries might run out after some time, so I will just have this on for the first 20 minutes. But I will figure out how to do this better in the future as well. Okay, enough talking, let's start improvising. Whoopsie. I just have to check if the level of the piano is okay. Yeah, the Lo-Fi Junkie is, I think, is really good for just one very particular sound. But yeah, that kind of works. I think it's really heavily compressed, and there's, but with the Dark Star reverb, I really like this. And I mean, it's kind of rival consoles, right? Oh wait, I'll just make the piano a little bit louder. Yeah, that's... I wanted to check this before I went live, but a lot of stuff went wrong. You wouldn't believe the stuff that went wrong before this stream. And I'm really happy that this even works right now. Hey, there are actually... Oh, there are more than you and me, Pablo. There are more people watching, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll stop improvising. There was not really a lot of stuff that I liked. Okay. Okay. I'm also thinking about, you know, having this view here for the effect pedal board, if that interests anybody. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. How long was this? 14 minutes. You know, let's go here. Yeah. I think I now have 5, 6 of these improvisations, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these. I mean, first of all, I have to listen back to them and see if there is anything good in there. But yeah, let's see. I think I'm after this EP, I'm going to release a piano electronic EP. Not sure what yet, but also this whole electronic part here was, this whole pedal improvisation part was really weak. That didn't work at all. Anyway, now what I'm going to do now is trying to open the project I want to be working on today. And I have to, you know, a small warning, because the last 3 times I tried to open this, the whole system crashed and I had to reset the streaming stuff and restart everything. This might happen now as well. I try to make it so that it doesn't happen, but if the stream suddenly stops in about 10 seconds, yeah, you know what happened, and I will have to restart. But trust me, I'll be back. Okay. I'm ready. Will it work? Will it work? Please work. Yes, it does. Okay, now this project here is something I've been working on the last couple of streams as well. And wait, I just have to add some UAD plugins now, because it sounds really crappy without them. I mean, yeah, well, it sounds really crappy without some of them, I have to admit. And the problem is something with the UAD interface. I have an Apollo Twin now. Somehow not working well with loading too many plugins. So yeah, let's see. I have to do some adjustments here. And let's take Horse. Let's see. Whoa, what's this? Okay, the blooper automatically starts when I start this thing in Ableton, so I'll just switch the whole thing off right now, mute it, and mute the piano as well. Okay. Okay, and this thing here is still 100% wet. Yeah, and like I said, this will be from now on until the end of the stream, in about 2 hours, I think, will be just straight production. So, okay. Okay. There's still so much stuff missing here, right? That needs a compressor for the piano. Hey, where is it? I want the Universal Audio LA2. LA2. Okay, that should work. Okay, let's just listen back once and see what happens. Okay, now this is me playing. Okay, and I know if in the last stream, if anybody of you remembers, I thought, okay, this is not so very good played, and I thought it would be awesome if there was a violin and especially somebody who could play the cello well to play this part here. And actually, now we are here, Pablo. This is your moment. Let's see. So a friend of mine, Pablo Ortega, who plays the cello very well, he's a professional cellist, took it up on him to record the cello parts we wrote in the last stream. Maybe you remember we produced these things here for violin and cello. If you want to see how we made this, just watch the last stream from, I think it's Sunday, so the 10th of May. Yeah, but we basically produced these voices and I sent them to Pablo and he said, all right. And it just, I think it took, I don't know, a very short amount of time from messaging him to actually receiving the parts, which is beautiful. And yeah, we're going to look into that. By the way, wait, I'll just do a quick, wait, let's see. I also want to mention that Pablo is on Instagram, so Pablo Ortega Music, so if you want to follow him, he's an awesome dude, plays cello very well, and is also releasing his new EP sometime this year, I guess, Pablo, correct me if I'm wrong, and yeah, has already released an EP, which is beautiful. Yeah, you can watch it, listen to it here. I highly recommend listening to this man. He's very good. He's very good. Please do. Pablo, is there anything else I should say? Did I forget anything? Okay, no, I think so. That's fine. 2, 3, 4 months? Yeah, who knows? I know this feeling of I will release this sometime in the future. Yeah, but he already posted some snippets and they sound amazing. So follow him on Instagram if you get the chance, if you have Instagram. It is beautiful stuff. Now, I'm not sure how to go about this right now. I think I'll just import the cello. And he also just sent me an Ableton project, which is also beautiful because you can just, import it like this, drag and drop, and it's in the project. I will maybe have to adjust the tempo, but I'm not even sure. I think it was 90 BPM, right? So I will maybe have to adjust because this modulates between 90 and 120. Let's see the tempo automation here. Tempo is right now is at 120. Yeah, okay. I'll lower it to 90. Wait, what happened here? What happened here? Happened. Something happened wrong. Wait, again. I'm going to take all of this. I also did not really like the intro in this of this piece. It was a little bit too long and too, I don't know, too boring. There was too much of the same thing happening all the way. Like this. But anyway, let's go to this here. Wait, that's not Pablo. Where are your... This project is already a little bit too big. There it is. Okay. Now, this is all in 90 BPM and we are in 120. That's what I meant. So let's lower the automation to go to 90, this part. Okay. And let's listen back. Yeah, that's beautiful. I think we're going to do some volume automation with this. Oh, wait a minute. I did something last night, just the moment when he sent me the files. Oh no, apparently I did not save that. Okay, so Command Z. Let's go back. Okay, and what I did, I'm sorry, Pablo. I hope you will forgive me for this, but I actually used first to explain what he did, which is beautiful. Is he didn't just record it once? No, he recorded every voice like 5 times, which is awesome. Because then we can double them, and he also recorded them with Sordino, so with a dämpfer. I don't know the English term. I'm sorry. With a mute. The mute. And some without a mute, which makes them even better to mix. So, you know, we just basically have to pan them, put some reverb on it, maybe EQ a little bit, and some volume automation, and we're good, I think. Yeah, and I'm really not very picky about which voice goes where. I'm just, let's unmute them all. Unmute them all immediately. No, here's this. So, just quick look into the score. I think it was 2 octaves. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 2 octaves. I remember that. That's enough. So I will just take these parts and put them where they should be in the piece. I'm actually not really sure where they... Oh, to be honest, I know where they should go. I was lying. Sorry. Because I don't know. Somewhere here. Let's see whether... Okay, my version started here. And I'm even thinking about leaving my version in very quietly in the background. You know, just soaked in reverb. But let's see. For now, I'm going to mute my ugly cello playing and have this beautiful cello here. But I think... Okay, I mean, that's right now it's not panned. We have to pan this. And maybe EQ it afterwards. And we didn't put any reverb on this, which is also... the beautiful thing is if somebody plays his instrument or her instrument in a way that, you know, they can, and because they played this their entire life, you don't even have to put any reverb on this or anything. It sounds good already. So, you know, I tend to, when I record something on the cello or on the violin, I have to soak it in reverb to make it bearable. And the beautiful experience now is we don't have to do anything, basically. It sounds good already. Isn't that nice? And like I said, we also have violin recordings of this melody, which is 1 and 2 octaves above this. So we will do a beautiful, beautiful melody, I think, with this. We will do a beautiful melody. I can speak English, I think. Okay, let's pan it. These Sordinos, I don't know. I'm just going to pan it left, right, left to right. Very, very wide. And this one there, and this one there. And the higher part goes a little bit more to the right, I think. And the Sordinos, no. Okay, like this. These are the ones without Sordino. And these go a little bit more left. Okay, let's give this a listen. It's good already. I'm not even sure if this needs reverb. Maybe a little bit. But it is very good. Okay, I'm really excited to see what we can do with this afterwards, because at some point I will render out stems, so that it's just one straight audio file, and then we can really mess with it in Ableton and do lots of funny stuff with it. Just for the sake of it, let's try to... No. I think I'm just going to mute them and probably delete them. I mean the cello I played, which just... Okay, I'm still going to put all the... Oh, wait. Okay, no, I'm going to try that. Put it in the main string group here. String group has lexicon on it. Yeah, let's see. Okay, and I'm going to put the recordings Pablo did. Wait, I'll just give it a beautiful color. Pablo, I'll make you pink. Because then I already always know where these tracks are and put them into a group. By the way, Pablo, you don't have to stay and listen. Don't feel obliged to stay here. If you have anything other to do, you don't have to. Of course, I'm very happy if there's company here and somebody I can talk to in chat or something like that. And actually, there's another person here right now, I think. Well, hello to you. Nice to see you. Good that you're here. Okay, let's do some volume automation. First, let's put all of these beautiful tracks in a group, call them Pablo Cello, and automate them. Because what I would like is if it really just very quiet and, I would enhance the dynamics. Okay, make it even louder. So that it's loudest peak on the one. I mean, to be fair, I did not notate that very precisely. So. Hey, Jonne Valtonen. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hello. Is Jonne Valtonen? Well, at least there's another person in chat right now, Pablo and Jonne. Nice to see you. In case you missed it, I'm working on a track right now, and Pablo is actually the person who recorded these beautiful cello parts. And and later on we're going to listen to violin parts which Oleg recorded. That's also another person I met on Fiverr. Actually, I went to Fiverr to have somebody record the violin parts. Wait. Okay. Thank you, Jonne. Jonne? Oh man, that's really embarrassing. Jonne, right? Wait, I'm not sure if this works like this. Not sure about the dynamics. Yeah, I think Fiverr is actually pretty good. I mean, I paid like 15, 20 euros for basically 40-second recording with violins. I don't know how much Oleg actually got from these, but I guess it must be okay. I mean, if you get the scores and can actually play your instrument well, which you can, Pablo, I know. Yeah, it should be okay. I mean, you never know. You never know what happens. Okay, I think it should be there. This part. Then goes back. Then it starts again and goes back there. So basically it's the same over and over again. Yeah, but I think it works. Jonne. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Jonne writes, been watching from the beginning. Good, so sorry I did explain again, but really like your EPs. Thank you. Thank you a lot. It's nice to see, hear how you're doing. And yes, you're pronouncing it well. Thank you. I'm doing my best. Yeah, Corona experiments, Pablo. That's right. This is my Corona experiments. But I also thought, like, I'm going to work on this EP anyway. Why not stream it? I mean, if one person sees it and gets some value out of it, hey, that's good. And most of all, I can rewatch it later. And if there's a sound I lost, or if you want to see how I did a certain thing, I can just rewatch it. So it's basically my personal archive, which I share with you. And in the process, I might get asked some questions and answer them, and connect with you in a weird way. But yeah, let's keep on working. Oh, it's too quiet. It needs to be louder. Overall louder. So let's put another utility here and make this 6 dB more. Corona is Fiverr is a Corona experiment. Yeah, I mean, there's also this thing from Spotify, right? This dB something. It's basically the same thing like Fiverr, but just for musicians. If you're a mix engineer or a session musician, yeah, I also looked into that, but it was a little bit more expensive, so I could not really afford any of this. Yeah, but it's interesting as well. Sound better, right? Sound better. There's too much reverb. That's the thing. And this reverb works with my playing, but with Pablo's playing, I think we don't need nearly as much reverb. Okay, I think we might need some, but hey, wait, why are there two groups now? There are two huge groups. Okay, I don't need this group. I somehow created two groups with Pablo's cello. Okay. And let's put some reverb onto there. I will have to check if console is okay with this. Yeah, okay. We're at 27% UAD plugin loadout. This should be okay. I'm going to use the Lexicon 480 again, because this is really just a very beautiful reverb. Okay, let's look for a good one. I like the random halls in particular. Now this is 100% wet right now. Let's just put this to like 40. And I think we're also going to EQ the cello a little bit, because no, not with that one. Hey, that's a new EQ in cello. A new EQ in cello. New EQ in Ableton. But never used that. I've never used that. Okay. Yeah, just to bring out the high end there. Pablo, you record the cello very well. It's really Really great sounding. Okay, and we need some more automation here. And oh, what happened there? Ah, okay, they are on resampling, right? No, repitch. And then the tempo changes here. I think it goes back to goes back to 120. Okay. Let's make it like this. Save. Okay, let's save this as version 6. I think the peak should be here. Yeah, okay. Let's do this more extreme. I think these must be more. Like I'll push the dynamics even more. Maybe a little bit too much. PNG. Basically the and that goes back way too far. Okay, let's listen to this in context. Okay, maybe the swells are a little bit too much here. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Okay. Okay. Now, I think this is, for now, this is fine. What do you think, Pablo? Should I not have used all the recordings? But I love to just layer everything, so it sounds like it's 10 Pablos playing. Okay, and we have to do some more things on the piano here because this still sounds kind of weird. But that's fine for now. Now let's do something fun. These 4-5 files here are actually files Oleg sent me. Yeah, and he's like a doctor of composition and violin playing, and I think he's very capable of doing that. And I'm really interested in what he played. So we'll just create, I think we'll just dive right in. Let's see. I mean, what I gave him were just these 2 files, right? This one and this one. So basically 2 voices. yeah, one here and one an octave above. It's basically the same thing, Pablo. Our ISM Pablo. Okay, you hear this beep beep? That's my daughter, or my girlfriend. I'm not sure, but I think sometimes it's my daughter just pressing buttons on the Geschirrspüler, what's on the dishwasher, and she likes to do that. That's what you hear. Okay, let's try to put it here. Duplicate, duplicate. So, and from what I can tell, he sent one file which is a mix, right? No, low violin, low violin, high violin. Okay, this is doubled. Okay, he also sent a mix which I did not download. 2, 3, 4. Okay, but we are going to mix these anyway, so I think this is fine. Okay, this looks like... Ah, it's longer. Hey. Whoa. Nice. Whoa. Okay, wait, let's group these first. And apparently this looks like he also used 2 different microphone setups for this, which we can mix now, which is nice, of course, which is good. One with the KM184 and one with the Rode NTR. Okay, let's see. Just have a listen. Okay, that's the high one. One. Okay, I'm not sure how to pan these right now. Let's just have a listen and see what happens, right? So that is Oleg. He actually, oh, that's beautiful. He played it 4 times. Oh man. Oleg, if you're seeing this, thank you a lot. Okay, now here is the volume automation, the tempo automation, which is of course wrong. Yeah, he actually played it 4 times. So we can layer this as well. And it will sound like a small orchestra if you don't listen closely. I mean, it's a little bit much reverb, I think. Vibrato. But if we layer 4 recordings, this will kind of even out, I think. Or not even out, but it won't be that... I mean, he played it beautifully, I have to say. Okay, oh, that's nice. That's so nice. Okay, let's listen back to the different microphones. This is the KM184. Okay. Not sure about... It sounds like the... Sounds like the Neumann KM184 is a little bit closer and has more high frequency at least. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the Neumann and just add a little bit of the other microphone. Okay, beautiful. Now, what I am going to do now is okay, there it's... what I'm thinking is like he played these Prima Vista, so you just saw these and started playing. Maybe I'm doing him injustice here, but they get more precise. if you listen to the click. Oh no. Okay, we have to do some small adjustments there. Or maybe it's my click which is off. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, these are unwarped. Should be fine. Okay. So let's duplicate that. Give it a different color. Duplicate that. Give it a different color. And duplicate that and give it a different color. And now all the tracks get the right color as well. Oh, assign color to tracks. Yep. Yeah, and now we're just going to double all these and pretend we are 10 times Pablo and 10 times Oleg. We are a small orchestra. And delete the rest. Okay. Now, how will this sound? Let's listen. Okay, we have to do some correction there. Wait, what is happening? Okay, let's listen to the first group. Okay, it's a little... I have to cut this a little bit up, so that the where is it? Sample story code there. Yeah, right. So that this part here is actually on the 3 downbeat. A little bit too early. Oh. So we're just going to move it. Nope. Wait. Did it? Okay, oops, wrong direction. Okay. Nope, there. Okay, almost there. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay, that's a little bit too late. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this needs to be... Or maybe I just... Yeah. I think that's good. Okay, let's move on to the next. I mean, what we could also do is later make... Yeah, well, that's something for mixing. I was just thinking about grouping the KM184 in one group or in one... Hey, Pablo, no worries. It's really just, I think it's you and me again watching. That's fine. Pablo says, use everything and mangle it as you wish. Yeah, I was about to do that anyway. So I have no shame. Thank you. All right. I mean, about isn't there's some rights attached to this now? Like you basically own the recording of the cello, right? Is that what you was what you was talking about? Anyway, let's. Okay, now let's go on with the second doubling. Yeah, okay, that's on time enough, I think. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be really precise, I think, because, I mean, maybe it has to be, but right now, I think it will also sound kind of natural if there's some, you know, difference between different players. Maybe that's too much difference though, but I think that's fine. That starts a little early, but we will do that. Oh wait, we can make some beautiful fade-ins. That's a little bit too early. Yeah. Okay, and that's also, maybe I just, okay, and the last note is a little bit too late. Or too early? Oh, let's listen in context. Yeah, it's too late. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I think that's good for now. Let's move on to the next doubling. There's just 2 more to go. Okay, now that was way off. Okay, it's still. I'm thinking right now, maybe I imported this the wrong way. And he just played it on time. Because this seems to be constantly. This is okay. Okay. Okay, no. But I mean, it's really easy to fix in post-production here. Okay, wait, go back. Okay, I think that's fine as well. I mean, it's really just a rough thing, but I mean, you don't always have to do like 120% precision with this, and I also don't like to do that. Because, you know, sometimes 80% gets you where you want, and you don't spend an incredible amount of time of getting it to 120% or whatever. And you know, the basic idea is there. It's just... Okay, let's still... Okay, I have definitely some click issues. Some... early. That's too early. Okay, and then it's on time again. All right, now let's listen back to all violins. This is, again, this is mono, pent, all hard center. Okay, the moment I said this, I'm thinking, let's not make it mono and let's not make it hard center. So, group, and we put one to the left and one to the left. Oh, no, that's not the that's not the volume, and the panning, that's the volume. So like this, one to the left, a little right, very right, extreme right. Sorry. What did I do here? I think I just bam. Okay, that's context. Okay, these all start too early. Just one beat or something like that. Too early. Dum bam. Okay, 2 beats. I think this one is okay, but the other ones are not. And one. I have triplets selected. Why? I don't know. Okay, now. What? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, wait a second. So. Now we're getting there. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Pablo. See you soon. And thank you for watching. And especially thank you for these beautiful cello lines. Yeah, thank you a lot. Have fun. Okay, I think we will need more reverb. I think reverb. Now what I would do is, let's call this Oleg 1, Oleg 2, Oleg 3, and Oleg 4. Let's put them all in a group. That's called Oleg. And put this into the new string group. Oh wait, the new string group is actually the Pablo cello group. So we will need to make Pablo cello into its own group. Oh, grouping groups is just the best thing in Ableton. And I'm so happy they finally put this into this program. Let's call this Pablo, Pablo cello. And this one is Oleg violin. And the whole thing is a string. Let's call it new strings. Okay, let's see. And I think we can, use the automation here. It's on the entire string group. So this automation here and the reverb and the EQ, which is not a good idea, I think, to put it on everything. The EQ at least. Also not so sure about the volume automation. Okay, I think let's put it this way. Take these volume automations and the EQ and put it on the Pablo cello. So only the cello played by Pablo will be affected by the volume automation here. Right, show automation by this. And the EQ, because this EQ is especially for the cello. And let's use basically the same thing as a preset, not preset, but as a starting point for the violin parts. Okay, let's listen back to them. Okay, and we don't need these here. Okay, let's see. And I think for the violin, I mean, Oleg already played with lots of dynamic. Like it's very quiet and goes very loud, and so we don't need that much of this here. Let's make it much more shallow and move it there. Okay. Okay. And I think there is some weird resonant frequency, at least on my headphones. I have to listen back to this on the loudspeakers as well. But on the fourth note, yeah, this one. Wait, go big, please. This one. No, it's okay. Hey, what? That's a little for me. Wait, this was Oleg violin. Sorry. Here it is. Yeah, this one here. I think I'm going to EQ this not completely out, but just, make it a little bit. Yeah, that's better, I think. Okay. Oh, wait, I see that the camera is like a little bit, has to be more to that. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, let's listen again. Yeah, I like this. I think there's still some dynamic peaks which are too extreme somewhere here. Yeah, maybe this is also too loud. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, I think this is too loud. Okay, what we could also do now is, maybe this is overkill, but or at least what I want to do now is use a utility and volume automation and now actually use it on the whole group. Not the reverb, but before that, and show automation in new lane. Now, this should, I mean, this will be very quiet. Okay, basically it should start at 0 dB because it shouldn't alter the bass sound that much. Okay, that's, yeah, somewhere like this. Okay. And hey, maybe let's do it. Isn't it possible to flip this thing like the other one? No. Okay. I thought it was possible to just invert the automation. No, it's not possible. Okay, and maybe maybe we just delete the whole thing here. Yeah, let's just delete all these points. Okay, I think that's good. Actually, I like this melody. Okay, and I really have to go to the toilet now. So, oh, there's one person watching right now, I think. Or two, I'm not sure. I just, wait, I'm not even sure if I should show you this, but let's do it. That's what I'm seeing. And there's always like one person watching at least. That's me, basically. I think that's this thing here. Yeah, that's all I see. So maybe there's two more, maybe there's one more. I don't know. I have no idea. But whoever is watching right now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in chat. And also, if you get any value out of this, remember to subscribe if you like, because then you will be notified if I go live again. So, okay, let's continue. What were we doing? We were doing melody. Okay, and I will have to go to the toilet right now because I really need to pee. I'll be right back. I will make it quick. See you soon. Okay. I am back. Yeah. If you, okay, you don't hear her anymore. It's really hard when you know, I walk to the bathroom and then my daughter comes running and doesn't understand why it's now not a good time to be playing for 2 hours, something like this. But we will, but not right now. Let's go to the screen again. Okay. So what I would do now is basically just lower the high end of this microphone because this drives me crazy. So, okay. And I need a de-esser, I think, but I don't have one. I mean, I would have one here, but I'm really afraid to use UAD plugins right now because the whole system might crash. So I'll just leave it like that. Okay. Now, I think, yeah, let's just listen back from the beginning and see where this goes. Yeah, I feel like this, it's where it, like the peak is reached, like, and from now on it's just basically the same thing over and over. And that's, I think it's a little bit too boring. Or is it? Yeah. Yeah, I think this, or maybe let's, and what could also happen is that, okay, one idea is to, you know, cut holes into this thing here, and the holes get fewer and fewer the further it goes. So in the beginning, there's just very few of these reversed squeaks, and the later in the track, the more and more are there. So this is just random deleting stuff. Okay, like this. So yeah, there's still some room to grow for this. Okay, and I think he is too much still. But maybe delete this. And I also think it's weird when they are so close together, like the same note. Just for context, these one track is one note, so I've just played the same note over and over again. So that's something which should be. Oh wait, this was actually quite nice. Maybe that's for the end. Okay, and the other point would be to use volume automations, so to make it louder as it goes. But that's the simple thing. We could also use an EQ, which opens up, which kind of simulates the player, in this case me, playing louder. Not really. The overtone spectrum looks very different, but it's a very crude way of imitating that. Okay, let's use this here. That looks good. Okay. And let's do the same thing with the violin tracks. Okay, see here, it's already building up, but like I said, around this point, like the peak squeakiness is reached, and there's nowhere else to go. So Okay, and this one is a little bit full here. Oh, let's just delete some of these. Okay, now let's listen back. I think we might also need some volume automation. I mean, there already is some here on the tick 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 on the waves on these tracks here. And hey, maybe it's a good idea to have these grow like this. And hey, why not have them grow until the end? Which is what I want. That's actually a really nice feature they added in Ableton, that you can basically mark this region of automation and then just, like in Photoshop, edit these automations. But let's see if that's possible for several. No, you can do that just with one automation, or just with one track at a time, which is okay. I mean, it's really fine. I think you probably shouldn't do it with all tracks anyway. So, but then again, there are no rules. Now let's listen. And then it starts really, it's very quiet, is it? It's very quiet. But that's not bad. Yeah, I think that's better. Hey, Jonne, you're back, or you're still there? I don't know. Yeah, Jonne Valtonen writes, that's cool, the volume thing. It's also okay. It's also sounding really nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I like this. You know, I also think that, yeah, that's why I was, I mean, I'm really bad at reading. No, it's okay, but, you know, it's the chat is on a very small monitor next to my main monitor. So it's really hard to, it's really small and it's really hard to read. But I like the way where, you know, the whole piece starts with strings. And the main melody here is also with strings. I mean, that's, having said that, that sounds kind of stupid, but yeah, I think it works. I mean, we could have gone for some synthesizer stuff as well, which is here, I think. Yeah. And I mean, why not? When the strings come in, have this double the piano as well. That might work. So we don't have to rely on the piano so much. Let's see if this works. Ah, okay. I remember I wrote an automation here. Okay. That's basically an auto filter here. And just the cutoff, because the main recording is with the filter. It's still pretty much closed. It's not wide open on the Ref2, but you know, to introduce this, it's maybe better like this. If it's with the high end rolled off at like right now it's 700 hertz or something. Yeah, and that would also be a great point to introduce some low end. So if we, you know, just a very simple sine sap, yeah, sap node. Where is it? I have this beautiful operator patch, which is basically just a sine wave and another sine wave, the lower one at -12 dB, the other one at -22, and then some attack settings so that it doesn't click. Yeah, that's it. Basically 2 sine waves. And I think this will be beautiful here. And you know, the trick is to just delete all the other low end, which is happening and on all other tracks. I mean, not the complete low end, but really the low end. And only have this one little sub do that, because then it's really powerful. And I think this was in F. Yep. And then it moved in thirds. Okay, yeah. So if you have headphones, listen to this. It's maybe a little bit much, but compare this compared to this. I mean, it's too much sub, definitely, but I love to introduce these subs. Sub is great. Okay, it's a little bit in your face. Okay, it's at 0 dB right now, so let's make it -6. And also, it's very... It has a lot of attack. And I think this doesn't work for this track. So let's make the attack very long. Yeah, especially with the second note. Yeah. Okay, and I think the release should be longer as well. 1 second is too long. Let's make it 200 milliseconds, and the lower note is like also 200. And then these notes should have time to ring out. Or we need to write in automation. Okay, it's still weirdly fast. Let's make it 400 milliseconds, which is really long, but hey. Okay, you know what? I don't like controlling these over the cute little tiny release settings here. Let's just use my original setting. Yeah, to this and write volume automations. Yeah, right. Jonne Valtonen writes, yeah, nice sub. Sub, right? It's just a sine wave, and it works. It's so simple. I was really blown away once I knew this. You don't have to do any fancy stuff. You just have to clear out all the low end on other tracks and use a simple sine wave, and maybe one above as well, but that's it. I mean, you can also filter triangle, or so there's even more harmonic information above that, but yeah, but it's too much. Okay, volume automation. And the good thing is we can change it if we want to have more fade out on the second note and less on the whatever. We can do that with volume automation as well. Okay, starts at 0 dB. I think it should fade in a little bit. Ow, maybe it's like, maybe it goes like this. Let's see, now we can experiment. And there's also the Rev2 fading in. Okay, but it's fading in from what? Nothingness. Yeah, maybe we will leave that Rev2 out right now, or just have it very subtle. 2 and a third. Wait, where does it go? Yeah, I think that's it. Let's check if the root notes are correct. It works. Okay. Now let's put it back down again. And I mean, the good thing now is I could just copy paste it, put 1 octave above that. And yeah, that's pretty heavy right now. I would just use the lower octave and now do some more automation, because I don't like this. Difficult. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it just needs to do its thing and be there like this. Well, maybe it's... Okay, and the strings need to be louder. You know, that's the main melody. Let's put it at 3 dB, which makes it 6 dB louder, which is basically double. Okay, and that's too much. Let's make it 0 dB, so it's 3 dB louder. And now I'm thinking maybe, you know, it should ring. Now it starts like, and then it's very prominent. Maybe it was better the way it was before. So at least the first note, you know, the very first note, I think, was where is the automation? Hey, where did the automation go? There. Okay. Now. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's better. And there it should stay louder, I think. The weird thing about this is that the moment it comes in, it doesn't really fit. I mean, what fits, right? Yeah, but I think it's okay. Okay, and that is still Pablo here. We can hear Pablo. Let's make him quite like, I mean, the bow knows, okay, I'm finished with the recording. Stuff that doesn't need to be there. I sometimes like to leave this in, but in this case, Okay, that's too loud there. Maybe. Okay. I think I like this better. Let's see. Let's listen back. I mean, we are now... This will be a very weird track. Okay, I think, I mean, the original plan for this was that at this point it starts to go into these 120 BPM thing again and has this beat. But maybe not, right? Maybe it stays at 90 BPM. The problem is that... Okay, this project right now is so full and so much of lots of stuff and automations and plugins, and that I think I will create stems of all of this and then just work with the stems, because right now it's too cluttered. And if ever I want to go back to the little minute details, I can go back to this track. So, okay, that's what I'll do now. I'll just save this. Let's see. Yeah, but I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, we need the Rev2 stems. We need piano stems. This is a loop anyway, with some volume automation. Okay. And it's all good up to this point here. I think this track is simple enough. Oh no, come on. Let's make a stem out of everything. So great. The thing in Ableton again is that you can just select the tracks you want. Ah, wait, this one. Yeah, maybe we... Okay, I'm just thinking what we need afterwards, and if I leave the volume, the automation on this track on, it will export and we won't be able to get the high-end information of that Rev2 recording, so I will leave that off. This one, this one, this one, this one. New strings, just as one big thing. Then the... okay, the other strings are basically just Okay, that's the way it is. It's just another strings group. Yeah, and that's it. That's the stems. So let's export this. Selected tracks only. Normalize no. MP3 no. 24-bit. Okay, looks good. Export. Oh wait, let's see if the length is okay. Start render. No, start render at 0. Render length is 38 bars. Okay. Export. Baumgießen stream tomorrow. No, that's not what we want. We want this and release. Yeah. This is. Oh man, what's happening here? Okay. Tracks. This one. Let's call this photo stems. From version 6 of version 6, I think. Okay, Tilacine version 6. Speichern. Save it. And now we can watch in real time how these stems are exporting. Isn't that beautiful? Live streaming. Man. 40%. So, hey, but I see somebody still in chat. Maybe. I'm always not really sure. But anyway, somebody eventually will see this, and that person will have discovered a beautiful piece of history. 90%. Hello. Okay. All right. So now I would also love to keep. What now? Okay, let's just make it completely new. Save. Yes. Save it. Completely new track. Completely new project file. And let's import these steps. Let's see what happens. Okay, here they are. Now, that looks better, right? I mean, that's something we can work with. Not 20,000 tracks and automations, just plain WAV files. That is better. Okay. Now what this is missing? Okay, it didn't warp. That's okay. So it's 120 BPM. And that's the point where it modulates to these. I still have to look up how this is called in English. I would call it rhythmic modulation over triplets. And maybe this, I mean, this is one central idea, I think, of this this modulation. And maybe I need to feature that later, but I don't know how now. Okay, let's name these tracks. This one here is the piano. And these one are the new strings. Oops. New strings. Okay. That's the sub. Sub goes at the bottom. Old. I'll just call it strings. And this one is the ref2 loop, right? Let's call it blooper. All right, the ref2, I will mute this for now. That is very loud. Ah, man. Okay, I did not export the tail of this. Wait, okay, let's save it. You know, it just cuts away. That should not be happening. Version 7. Work with stems. Okay. Now let's go back to version 6, which is a clutter window fest. Okay, and let's just render out the new strings with all the reverb in the world ringing out like this. Okay, now. Okay, that's good. Okay, Jonne asks, do you plan ahead a lot of the way? Do you write, for example, notation, graphs, or some kind of temp track for the overall form, or go by feel? It really depends. With this one, I'm just going like whatever tickles my fancy. So yeah, there's no big plan for it, and it's just yeah, whatever works. I sometimes like to do it differently. And I definitely did with the Orchesterverfremdung, which is also another mini album or bigger EP I did. It's basically my first thing. If you want to listen to it, I think it's on YouTube as well, and on Spotify, and basically on all platforms, where I actually wrote a whole score before. And then almost a sketch of a score. Then I broke this up and recorded all the single parts of this with an orchestra and with soloists. And then I made room for improvisation while reassembling all these parts from the original score. And that's a process which, it works quite okay. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I'm not really sure if the end result is that much better. It's more complicated, definitely. And you get the chance to use all that complexity you have when you're writing a musical score. Because right now I'm working on timbre and how things sound, and using low pass filters and delays and reverb and all these things you could not do in a score. I mean, you could try to, but you can't really control this. And in a score you can control all the pitches and rhythms and all that good stuff. And with that, you can create really complex sounding, complex structures, which is great and which is a lot of fun for me. But I don't think that complexity is like this inherent value. There are great pieces by Avo Pärt or by also John Adams, and which are really simple in a way, or Steve Reich, which I love. And yeah, they are very simple. And you don't necessarily need this complexity. At least I don't need it to have something which moves me or expresses something. Generally I just sit here in this room all day and produce stuff which makes me feel like, oh, this is beautiful. I like to listen to this. And that's, for me, is like the most honest way for me right now. I mean, this might change, and I'm really, very, I don't do something twice. I mean, I repeat myself quite often, but if I start a new project, like the next thing might be is something completely different. Not completely different, but yeah, maybe next time I will start a score and then go from there. And yeah, you know. But okay, to answer your question, and I was rambling about for 5 minutes now. You also wrote just thinking your approach if you have tempo modulations and such. Oh no, the tempo modulation was just really happening by accident because I was playing like this on the violin, on the cello, and creating this thing here. This. Where is it? Right, this without the squeaky bits, and these things just happen by accident. You know, it's lots of happy accidents. You could say all pieces on this EP are is a collection of happy accidents clumped together. I like this picture. Okay, anyway, let's continue. What did I want to do? Okay, I wanted to export the strings. Let's do that. Okay. New strings. Sicher. Save. Yeah. Replace. Okay. And now that we're at it. No, later. No. Okay. We should do this now as well. Because I also would like to use the drum samples. And I basically deleted all the UAD plugins. So what I could do now is either try to load the old project, and I'm pretty sure that the whole computer will crash if I do that, or I could try to re-import just parts of it, which you can do in Ableton, another great feature. I think this is something you actually can't do in any other DAW. Okay, let's try this. Save before closing, yes. Okay. Now, first of all, let's import. Hey, come back, please. There. Import the new strings. Oops. Okay, it's just silence. Okay, no, that was a mistake. Let's go back, version 6. Save before closing, yes. Well, I'm really surprised, no, impressed that you're still here, Jonne. Okay, right now listening to it, maybe. Okay, maybe we have to push the violin a little bit in the beginning there. Sorry to do that now, but I think that's a good idea. Because right now the first thing you hear is just the cello. Okay. Now that's better. And I think Oleg also, wait a second. Yeah, okay. Now you can hear the violin starting with the cello together. Before that it was just the cello. Okay. Export. Yes, please. Ah, right. Wait. Okay. Selected tracks only. That's why there was silence. Now let's do the master because this is soloed, I think. Should work. Toy. Okay, now back to version 7, working with the stems. Yeah, save. Ah. All right, here it is. And you know, now we could do stuff like this. We could just copy it and see what happens. That's nice. But this part not anymore. Still, let's see what happens. Let's go crazy. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? I mean, we might... I'm not saying that it will stay this way, it's just for curiosity's sake. That's a little bit too... It's just... Oh wait, just try this one thing here. You know, that's the beautiful thing. Now we could start, and that's so liberating. Now we could just start. Messing with it. Ah, it's beautiful. And what I just learned with this thing is, you know, I tried to learn the violin and the cello because I thought, okay, I can't afford to pay anybody doing this all the time. And honestly, I was a little bit afraid to go out to people and talk to them, you know, and say, hey, could you please play this? Or and with this, I learned again that it's awesome to just connect with people. And yeah, you know, like Pablo, he was just, I met him on Instagram, was just weird connection by accident totally. And yeah. And now he actually played on this recording. And makes great music as well, by the way. If I didn't say so, find him on Instagram, on Spotify. And just a little side note, we are both huge Rival Consoles fans, and just he saw a picture of my studio, thinking, "Oh, you're a Rival Consoles fan, right?" Only by looking at the Rev 2 and the I don't know what other piece of equipment it was, but it was like, I know this, so. That's good. Okay, what I would like to do now is try to render out the drums. I'm not sure how to go about this. Okay, I know. Now, one thing you can do in Ableton is, if I go here and just open the project folder here in the sidebar. So like this, this, open. Now I've opened it here, and now I see all the project files, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Version 7 is the one we're working with. I can actually click on the little arrow here, and now I see all the tracks, and I can, you know, open these up again. If there are clips on these, they will show. For example, this here, the group will show all the tracks. Or in version 6, which is much bigger. You know, if I open the Rev2 folder, you can see all the clips here. So it's awesome. Awesome way to organize projects and to re-import especially. And that's what I'm trying to do now. So the version 5, almost no UAD plugins. That was the safe version without the UAD plugins. Version 4 is with all the plugins. I'm going to open this now. This will be, I mean, again, if the stream crashes in the next minute or something, what happened was that my computer just died because UAD couldn't handle the plugins loaded. Okay, let's see. Drums. I only want to import this. Now I'm dragging this here and pasting it, and yes, it worked. Nice. Okay, great. So we've actually imported the drums from the other project. Haha, that feels good. Let's see how they sound. Okay, it's completely wrong tempo, but it's the right. Okay, I'm now listening to it, I'm not so sure about this anymore. Well. Okay, wait. Automate. That's kind of interesting. It's a very low tempo. I don't like the clap. That's okay, and now first of all, let's put a sidechain on basically everything. And by sidechain, I don't mean sidechain. I mean, hey, where are you? I mean the Xfer plugin. I know there's also the volume shaper, which is good, but for me this is too laggy. And for the simple stuff, the Xfer LFO tool, right, that works as well most of the time. So there is a trigger track already. Yeah, I set all this up. Okay, tracking goes to piano LFO. Let's call this piano. Okay. So the piano has one. And what I also like to do is to configure it in a way that I have the volume automation amount here directly visible, so I don't have to open the plugin or anything. Okay, now basically everybody gets one. The old strings, the sub, the new strings, new string group. Sounds like a, I don't know, ensemble. Okay, now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instances that need to receive MIDI. The MIDI thing here. Piano, Rev2, the blooper loop. Whoops. Blooper loop. The strings, okay, they are there already. The sub, and what's tracking? Tracking? MIDI to tracking. Ah, okay. Ah, that's tracking. With tracking, I meant the files are the snare and stuff I recorded here at home. So that should also get sidechained or LFO tooled. All right. Let's see if this works actually. I mean, I won't leave it like this, but okay. No. That beat will be somewhere else. I'm just trying to check if the sidechain trigger works. Okay, I can do this differently as well. Yeah. But it clicks. It should not click. Why does it click? Ah, it's restarting. I think it's too slow. Okay, it needs to go faster. Yeah. Okay, and another thing is, what's that? Okay, another thing is that if it's triggered and not constantly like 4/4 doing this, it has to wait a little bit before, you know, it has to wait before it goes down. It pushes the volume down, because otherwise, after one passing is through, it will go back to the minimal volume, and that should not be happening. So let's put it like this. So in this phase, the first attack phase, yeah, 1/4 is too slow, because the clicking comes from the point when, for example, it goes through here, and let's say the LFO tool is here, and then it gets re-triggered at this point, so it jumps from this volume to this instantly, and that's where the clicking comes from. So it has to be faster to make sure that it's all the way through before it's triggered again. Okay, but this curve is a little bit weird. Hey, Pablo. Yeah, thank you. Pablo just wrote, you can ask me anytime you want. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. You know, I really feel like working with other people and incorporating other people in your life is always a good thing. Almost always. There are some people but yeah, you get the point. Yeah, me too. Pablo says, I quite like making this kind of connections, actually. Okay, I'll just save this sidechain as, I don't know, let's call it my sidechain 1. That's a very generic name, and I will definitely know what I'm... Anyway, works for this. Okay, shape. There, my sidechain 1. So everybody gets this now. Every track gets this. What? Menu not found? What? Hey, why? What? Maybe it was open or why? Menu item invalid or not found. Okay, wait, that's weird. So we'll do it differently. I'm sorry that I'm doing this. Oh, okay, I see I don't have lots of time left. Yeah, but maybe we can do something anyway. Okay, that's the piano that is working, right? Has the sidechain thing. No, Rev 2. Okay, Rev 2 is not working. Okay. Wait, maybe I have to close it and open it again? Yeah, that's what I want. Right. Okay. It's still clicking. Why is it clicking? Oh man. Ah, okay, here it's 1/4. And let's switch off the triplet stuff. What? No, okay. And 1/8. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and this LFO2 as well. Already has the right shape. 1/8. Okay, and let's try this one as well. That's the strings. My sidechain. Okay, whoop. I don't get it. What? Why is... I love the 3 question marks here at the bottom. Okay, so let's do it differently. I'll just take this LFO tool and put it here. It gets no trigger right now, but wait, let's see, it should be the strings. So I will go into the sidechain strings and reconnect this. Now it works. I should have done this before. Before I set this up, but anyway, now we're here. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, this one works. I don't know why. Doesn't matter, it works. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Pablo Ortega writes, the reason why he figured out that I was a Rival Consoles fan was because he saw the Prophet, the Lo-Fi Junkie, plus the Particle. And I think that's in part correct, because I definitely had the Particle and the Prophet because I just basically looked at what Rival Consoles had and always wanted the ZVEX Lo-Fi Junkie, but only recently got it. So like 6 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago. But yeah, apart from that, it seemed to be pretty obvious. And we both had, I had a cello in this picture, and he said like, hey, your studio basically looks like mine, which was funny. Okay, this has a sidechain that works, this has a sidechain. I know, the beautiful new string thing needs a sidechain as well. Let's just copy it there. Okay. And now it also needs... Where is it? Okay, not there yet. Let's duplicate that, call it new strings, because this goes out to new strings. Whoop. Yes, okay, now everything... Okay, now every track has its own sidechain thingy. files should go in the group. Okay, great. It's not like we need a sidechain trigger right now, so let's stop this. But it's there if we need it, so that's good. I'm thinking I have like 10 minutes left on this stream. What should I do now? What should I do now? And I need to go on toilet again. But hey, too much information, right? Let's just listen back one more time. Oh, wait, I have an idea what we could do. This is kind of boring for everybody, but we could like render these into single files, because right now it's you know, 3 tracks for the drums, for the snare, for this thing, and every track has its own compressor or reverb, and that's a little bit complex. So we could basically dumb this down and yeah, just make it that for the next stream we can just work with audio files. I think that's a good idea, because yeah, I don't like when things are that complex, and I personally lose focus when I get lost in all sorts of automation lanes. And if I just have this view here, it's just very simple and straightforward, and then I can start copying and chopping up and pitching and doing all sorts of beautiful stuff. Yeah, I think I'll do that now. Okay, is there a freeze function here? I mean, there definitely is on each track. Freeze track. The selected time range is too long to be frozen into a single file. What? 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 Hey? Okay, wait, is there some... Okay, we'll need to do this differently. Let's select all these and say... I hope this works. Okay, no, this doesn't work. Then again, do we need so many? Let's go 120 ppm. I mean, I like this little bit off rhythm. I didn't play it very well, but if you loop it, it becomes musical again. Isn't that great? You can just loop stuff and it becomes music. Yeah, like this one, like this. Okay, I think I'll just pick out 3 or 4 of these loops and render these. So let's say crop sample, yes. Let's say here crop sample 2. I will crop all these samples, which is okay, but we still have the original files, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see if that's possible. No, you cannot collectively crop all these samples at the same time, so we will do it manually. That is so boring to watch. Hey, I mean, life sometimes is boring. And after all, you're watching me work right now, so yeah, I mean, we could talk about other things like... I just recently discovered the importance of public spaces with this whole Corona thing. I felt like once we were allowed to go on the playgrounds again, it was such a relief, and I was so happy that these things were there, you know. And I also feel like the people I meet there, like the other parents, are also really, really happy and appreciative about these things. Okay, let's take this one. Crop sample. Now that's too much. Okay, let's already delete the ones that we don't want. That's interesting. Yeah, that one as well. I don't know what will happen with these. I really don't, but okay, and these ones too. But let's see. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, these ones. Let's see. That's a little bit boring. I like the ones that are a little bit off. Yeah. That's a little bit. Well, maybe this one works good. Works okay as well. So let's crop this as well. Crop. Okay. Okay, no. That's so weird. Let's also take this. Crop files. Okay. And there was another one. I think this one. Okay, this one can go. This one can go as well. This one can go as well. And this one, let's see. Let's hear it. No, this one doesn't sound that good as well. Oh, that's too much. Okay, I think all of these are cropped by now, so let's freeze track. Okay, this works. Great. Oh wait, is that what we wanted to do? No, that's not. I mean, I want to have one audio file, you know, just one clip. So I think what we should do is actually just, it's simple. Resample, solo this, and record. And it's done. Okay, and take this. And this. Oh no, that's right. Oops. Okay. Oops. Okay. I will have to loop them correctly later. But only important thing right now is that it's one whole loop. And you can see that here. When it's and yep. And let's take this one. Oh no. Ah, okay, that was completely wrong. How do we do that? Okay, probably like this, and not this. Okay, and now this. Okay, so we just have some little loops here. Okay, and this one. Okay, and this one. Okay, and this one. this one. All right, we're almost done, almost done. Okay, that's enough. This one. All right, that's it. Now we can delete this one here. And we just have these beautiful thingies. And we just need to loop them correctly. But I think that's something I will do in the next stream. Let's call this snare plus hat. Sidechain is there. There's a clap thing. There's a kick. Okay, looks good. All right. Just for like, let's have a final listen, like before I go offline. I think next stream will be on, I think tomorrow, maybe same time, 15 or like 3 p.m. Oh, that's beautiful. Jonne Valtonen wrote, this was really interesting. Thank you. Lots of inspiration and good health to you and your family. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It was lots of fun, really. I think I'll either tomorrow or on, I don't know, probably tomorrow, because tomorrow is one of my working days. So maybe tomorrow 3 p.m. or something. I think tomorrow 3 p.m. is a good time. Maybe I'll also stream in the morning and in the evening, which is totally bogus because it kills your viewership. But yeah, that's when I can work. So I mean, if there's just one person watching, like Jonne right now, that's beautiful. I'm really happy. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll log off now. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.